Hey, we're back. Thanks for joining. I appreciate everyone that is giving us kudos and is starting to use Tell It to Us CRM. Tell It to Us Real Estate CRM. This is a game changer for all of us wholesale real estate investors or real estate investors, period. All right. So there are a lot of CRMs out there, but they don't have everything that we have. We have it all. We have it all. We have it all. Here on your dashboard, this is just a simple walkthrough video. This is your dashboard. Your dashboard. All right. It's going to tell you how many leads you have, warm leads, your potential profit, your skip credits if you pay for the skip tracing, and how much Sarah has left in the AI. Okay. I've been using her so much, I need to top out today. Um, I've been using her a lot. All right. And you can name your agent whatever you want. You can name her her or him. So we'll go through that as well. Here on the dashboard, you'll also have if you're new to wholesaling or you're new to a CRM, it gives you the steps how you should start. You're going to get your phone number first. You're going to go through and claim your number here on the site, and you're going to configure your AI. Mine's name is Sarah. It'll say Sarah, but you can change the name, like I said. And then you'll be able to import your leads and launch your drip campaign. And once you do that, your phone is going to be ringing. Your notifications are going to be going off all day long. Your notifications will be going off all day long. All right. Excuse me. So let's go here and take a look at this. Let's take a look at this right here. Okay. So what we're going to do is um, what we're going to do is you're going to have your tutorials here for the new people. Of course, there are more tutorial videos coming. You just have two right here right now. You also have um, the last person that texts you. It will be right here, active conversations. And we have a off-market deal calculator here that you'll be able to use on each lead. Each lead has that deal calculator. We just put it here so you'll be able to see it on the dashboard. Um, tell it to us. All right. Let's go down here in the settings so you can see what I mean about changing the information about your voice agent. Here is your voice agent right here. Okay. And I named her Ava. If someone calls in, you'll have a live transfer phone number. Mine is just a Google Voice number right now. It's a Google Voice number that I put in here, and that will call my phone. That will let me know that this is from the CRM calling in. It's a warm transfer. That means that somebody called Ava or Ava called them, and Ava actually they add the seller. I'm sorry, the seller asked Ava if they could speak to a human person, and Ava would say, "Sure, let me transfer you," and she would transfer the phone to us. You can change the opening line. You can add extra text or extra things for her to say here, extra qualifying questions, and then you just simply push save. All right. And that's in the settings. Everything should have instructions on what you need to do as far as your settings. You can actually have other team members right here. You can invite right here. You can have other team members. So let's continue to go. You'll have a leads dashboard. If you look over here to the left and click my leads, all right, you'll have a leads dashboard where you can simply see all of your leads. I'm going to blur this out more than likely, but you can see all of your leads here. You will have wrong phone numbers. You will have people that has something negative to say. You know, they might cuss you out or whatever for texting them. And then you also have what's called the DNC. DNC, of course, stands for do not call, right? So these people just simply said, hey, look, I can't do it. Um, or I don't want to do it. Stop calling me, whatever they say. And usually the negative ones I put in a do not call anyway. Um, Now you can also put them in a follow up. You can put them in a follow up, but if they literally say do not call me or don't text me anymore, put them on a do not call list because you don't want anything to happen to what you're doing. I'm gonna open up a lead. I'm gonna open up a lead um, so you can see something right quick. Let's see. I'm gonna scroll down a little bit here. You see, I've been working. Okay, let's just open up a lead. And this way it doesn't have any names on here. It just says Telnix. All right, so this particular lead, it will give you um the address. You see it says address is missing. This is when I was actually building out the CRM. Um so it wasn't pulling in addresses at that time. All right, so the address would be right here. You would have your drop down here, new, warm, follow up, closed, wrong number, and do not call. All right. You can push this button and the AI, Ava or Sarah, whoever you name her or him, will call the lead. They will call the lead. Okay. You can push a wrong number button if this person said you had a wrong number, or you can contact that person at another number or whatever. Push that button, wrong number. You can schedule an appointment right here. Now, the AI does actually schedule appointments as well. So if someone says, look, if the AI asks the seller, uh, when would it be a good time that we can come out and look? And they give her a date. If they say next Tuesday at such and such a time, the AI will schedule that appointment. All right. Now, to the right here, you have comps. All right. You'll be able to set up, the AI is going, or the system is going to ask you to set up a Google Maps integration. It's going to ask you that all of that stuff in the beginning so that you'll be able to pull comps. All right. You'll be able to pull comps. Um, and you can also just add comps if you want to. All right. You can add comps if you want to. Right here. Just push add comp. If you're on PropWire or if you pay for PropStream and you want those comps and not the comps that are being pulled here, then you can go ahead and just add those comps here. Just put you 3 in here, and then there'll be a button to push to calculator. So you can push those to the calculator and it will put the ARV right here, right? So that there's the calculator as well. Let's look at the calculator. You have your ARV, you have estimated repairs, you have a wholesale fee. You also have your hedge percentage. I keep mine at 77%. A lot of people do 70%. You got a lot of people that love low balling. It is a buyer's market right now, so you can do that. But I keep mine at 77%. To me, that's a good range to make a seller say, you know what, I'll take that offer. I'll take that offer. And to make a buyer say, there's there's still meat on the bone. There's still some meat on the bone. So I'll go ahead and buy it from you. I'll pay you your $10,000 fee or your $7,000 fee or your $20,000 fee, whatever wholesale fee you desire, and you make the numbers work for the buyer. All right. Then you got right here, you can put the property has tenants. You will put a monthly rent, and this will actually calculate a better ARV for you and the buyer. Say, for instance, you have a buyer that wants houses to buy and hold. He's a buy and hold buyer. He doesn't flip. You would use that option. You can also do subject to, which some people don't know what that is. We'll explain that later. But you do have subject to financing, subject to existing financing. You would click this, you would enter the numbers for a subject to deal, and then you would go from there. Or you have seller financing option for the calculator. You would click this, you would put in your maximum allowable offer, what the interest rate would be, da 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 da, and you'll be able to make that offer to that particular seller if they want to do seller financing with you instead of just buying for cash. Then you will save the offer to the lead, and you will go over here to the left. Go back over here to the left, and on the left, you have your buyer matches. Your buyers should already be in here. You put your buyers in here. If you look over here to the left on the lead menu, you'll see buyers. All right. So you put your buyers in there, you put whatever their criteria is, and the system actually looks at that criteria and it will match the buyer to this deal, right? It'll match the buyer to this deal. So you will also be able to send your information to the buyers. You'll be able to send information to the buyers. There'll be a page that looks like a web page or a flyer. It'll look like a flyer and you'll send it to the buyers. Okay. Um, and then you'll also have a seller's portal. This particular portal will have a slug. All right. It will have a slug for your, in the settings, it's going to ask you to you should have a domain already. All right. If you don't, get you a domain. Go to Namecheap or GoDaddy or whoever. Get you a simple one page. You don't have to get the website, but if you do, just make it a one pager. Just make it a one pager and get you a domain for sellers. Just simply for sellers, not for buyers, not for other wholesalers. Just simply for sellers. You get that name and you put it in the system, and it'll create a slug. What's a slug? Just it'll create a web address. It'll create a web address for that particular thing. It'll create that web address, and you'll be able to take this and share it, right? But your seller will be able to log in or see this or click on this link from the text message. He'll click on that link and he'll be able to see the contract. He'll be able to see the offer, right? So once your offer is made or the calculator has done what it needs to do and you think that that will be a good offer, you'll just simply click on generate contract. Click on generate contract. You fill out the form for the contract, meaning I'll do a video on that as well, separate video. This is just a walkthrough video for the whole CRM, but you'll be able to fill out the form for the contract. Um, It'll have the offer number in there already, but you have to put the county, the where the house is, the address. I mean, the address will be in there, but the county, the state, your name, the seller's name should already be in there. And what other information you want, how much you're gonna put down for earnest money. Um, if this particular contract is contingent upon inspection. I usually put that at the bottom so that I have time to get me a couple of buyers that'll go out and take a look at it and they inspect the property to make sure it's something that is worth the offer that you offered this seller. So I usually put contingent upon, but that's something we'll talk about in another video. Let's move on. Let's move on. So this is your leads. These are your leads. This is a lead. This is where your leads will be. There will be a page just for your leads. There's also another calculator here, a repair calculator. You don't really need this, but if you are good with numbers for your buyer, you can put the numbers in this lead calculator. The repair calculator. Repair calculator will calculate exactly how much it's going to cost this buyer to repair this property. It even has holding costs. You can put in your sale and selling costs. You can put everything in here for that buyer, right? It auto generates. It already has a certain number for easy flip, medium flip, heavy flip, and you can click one of these, and it'll put that number in this calculator. So it's very, very useful for buyers, so buyers can know that, hey, this guy knows his numbers. I can't believe it, and they'll do their own due diligence, and they'll know exactly how much repairs they need to put into the property. And if yours is close, believe me, this buyer is going to stick with you through thick and thin because they love to see the numbers. They are the last person that gets paid in the deal. All right, so let's continue. You have your list, and I showed this in another video. I think it was the prop wire video. This is where you will put uh, your actual list from other sources. Like if you have PropWire, you use that for free, or you pay for PropStream, or you buy lists. Some people buy lists from people on Facebook or other sources. They get virtual assistants to pull lists for them and pay for those. But it will have to be in a CSV or Excel file, and you will upload it here. Once you upload it here, you will go to campaigns. You will go to campaigns, and this is where you will do the magic. You will put you a new campaign up, fill it out. We do have templates already ready. Vacant property template, on market more than 90-day template, tired landlord template, or you can simply write your own. Write your own. Okay. Then you will set all of this up. How many messages do you want to send? Most of these, most of these telephone companies, mobile companies, they don't want what they don't want. They don't want you to be sending 1,000 messages at a time, 500 messages at a time. So I would suggest using the drip campaign. It's called drip for a reason. It's dripping. You may have 1,000 results or on your list, but you're only sending out 25 at a time. 25 every hour. 25 every hour. That's my magic number. All right. And I run it from 9 a.m. Eastern time to 6 p.m. Eastern time. All right. And you can even change the time zone here. So if you live somewhere else, don't worry about it. Live on the West Coast, don't worry about it. You can change the time zone. If you live in Hawaii, you can change the time zone to Honolulu, Pacific Honolulu time. All right. So that's a great feature. You can set the days that you want this campaign to run, right? And you can change your message. You can change your message, right? It'll automatically put your name here. It'll automatically put the company name here. Remember, I was saying you put your company name, get that URL or from Namecheap or GoDaddy, whatever name that is, that's the company name you want right here. Okay. You don't want it to say tell it to us. We don't want sellers to be looking up tell it to us and see that these are wholesalers that are texting me, da 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 da. No, you want it to have your company name. Um, I have the best offer.com, whatever. All right. And then it'll automatically put the address of each individual that's on your list. And then you would just simply click create campaign. All right. So we're going to get out of here and go to the buyers tab. Buyers tab. This is where you would add your buyers. I'm definitely going to blur this out. I don't need y'all picking up my buyers. But yeah, so you would click add buyer, right? And you just put their name, phone number, their buying criteria, which the system will read. It will read that so it can match your sellers to them once you have created a contract or created an offer. Put their email, just simply ask your buyers for this information. They should give it to you. They shouldn't have a problem giving it to you. If they do have a problem giving it to you, that means they don't really want to mess with you anyway. All right. So then here we have on the left, we have a calculator. This is a deal calculator. It's the same thing that's in on the leads page. It's just a simple leads a deal calculator. You can pick a lead here, right? You would click the drop down and you can pick a lead here and it will give you a lead Um, and it will populate all the information that's from that lead into the deal calculator, especially if you've already pulled comps. Okay, let's keep moving. You have a reports page. It actually shows you how many leads that you have in the pipeline. It has lead sources, where you got those leads from. It has your activity, your conversions. So this is very, 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 very important for you if you like to have the analytics on your stuff, right? It tells you the last 7 days, the last 30 days, the last 90 days, and you will have all of that information there. All right, your reports. We have a newbie section. Newbie, we have a course for those who are new to wholesaling. You have a whole course. All right. So you can go here to the newbie section. We have a course. I also have a community that is called the Wholesaling Tribe. It's called the TellIt2Us Wholesaling Tribe. And I'll probably be doing a video, or you'll find the link in this video in the description, right? You'll find a link to join the community. And you can join the community. There's a course there as well. If you're new to wholesaling, you want to do real estate, you've always thought about doing it, you can join the community and you'll be able to get into the community. Um, the next up, we have scripts. We have scripts. We have seller scripts, all right? Call scripts here. For sale by owner, vacant, tax liens, probate when someone dies, absentee owner, out of state. Remember we pulled, well, you don't remember. It's in another video where I did where we pulled a list on PropWire for out of state owners. Inherited, tired landlord, and pre-foreclosure. We have scripts here. These scripts are really just for you to use if you don't know anything or how to talk to the seller. Once you start talking to sellers, you don't need a script. I'm gonna just tell you that off the bat. Once you start using the language, you don't need that. But this is just for people who want to actually call sellers. You have an AI that can do almost everything for you. It sends out text. But just say, for instance, some of your leads, the AI um, doesn't actually say what it needed to say. And you want to call that seller. Or the AI got it to a point and you want to close the deal yourself and you want to call that seller. These are the scripts that you can use. All right. You have scripts that you can use. I usually like to make sure that I sound confident. That's one thing you need. You need confidence because, for one, you're not selling anything. You're not selling a thing to these people. You're giving them money. You're literally giving them money. You're finding money for them because they wanted to sell their house anyway, right? So, especially if they said yes, if they got the text and they said, yes, I want to sell, what's the offer? They want to sell the house. So you're giving them money, you're not selling them nothing. So you need to sound confident. Look, I buy properties, or I talk to sellers all the time, or me and my partners, we buy properties all the time. I just need to make sure it's good. I don't want to waste your time and you don't want to waste my time, I'm sure. So let's just, if we come to an agreement, you know, or not, let's walk away friends. I just need to ask a few questions. I'm not going to take a lot of your time. You answer the questions. And if we come to an agreement, cool. If we don't, then we can part ways and that'll be that. I'm not selling you anything. I'm actually trying to get you paid. Usually sellers that hear that, they don't reject it because you're being real with them, because you're telling the truth. You're not scamming them, right? This is not a scam. They want to sell their property. So, but anyway, these are the scripts that you will use. Just be sure that you sound confident. And for those people who do want to call, make those phone calls. If you look here on the left, we have a power dialer. You would just simply connect your Telnix phone number to the power dialer and you can dial out straight from the CRM. Okay. Next, we have team. We have team. If you pull some team members in, this is the dashboard for the team members, productivity, what they're doing, how they're doing it, and things of that nature. All right. It's more like a team reports page. Next, we have a deal analyzer. We have a deal analyzer. This is a little more in depth than the you will pick the lead, and this will analyze to see if this deal was a good deal or not. If it's good for wholesale, fix and flip, or buying and holding, right? You already saw the repair calculator, so we don't need to actually click on that. Next, we have the messages. These are recent messages. Definitely need to blur that out. But yeah, these are recent messages. These are messages from people that you had recently. You can show you can click here, you can show you can show all of the messages. You can show 20 of them, just depending on what you want to see on this page. The only thing you can't do is actually, this is not the lead page. So you can't create the offer here. You can't push the AI agent to say something, to call them here. You can type in the messages, you can message them and type and text them here. But this is just another way for you to see your messages from the seller without actually seeing the deal. Say you just wanted to come back and see what y'all were talking about. But you'll also see this on the deal page, on that lead page. You'll see the messages there as well. All right. Calls. This is another call page. Outbound calls. When Sarah or whatever you call your AI calls out, it saves the messages and what you're talking about. This is a good feature. You will want to see that. All right, did the power dialer. You have an appointments page. Of course, if you set appointments, you have an appointments page. We went through the campaigns page. Next, we have our ad studio. All right. You can literally create ads to post on your social media. Yes, we do have that. So you can either do an image type of ad or it will create a video type of ad. All right. And it has templates, of course. We buy houses cash, behind on payments, inherited property. But once you actually click create draft, you can change what it says if you want. You can change what it says. Um, you can actually just put in whatever you like it to say. Just give it a name and the market and whatever hook you want and the call to action, meaning you wanted to call your phone number, call your .com or whatever, and then click create draft and you're good to go. Okay. Let's look at, I'll just look at one of them right quick so you can see what I mean. Um, this was an ad. It was just a simple ad. I didn't change anything.
Got a house in Tampa, Florida you need to sell? Tired of repairs piling up? Or it just doesn't fit your life anymore? We buy houses for cash, in any condition. No agents. No fees. We can close in as little as 7 days, on the date that works for you. Call or text 813-555-1234 today for a fair, no obligation.
Like I said, it will create it for you, and you can post this on your social media. You can download it. So you can tweak. Um, we You can give your AI a little better personality by simply just typing in the text that sound more human, if that makes sense. I just didn't change anything on this. This was actually like the first test ad that I created. Anyway, so yeah, you can do that. You have Ad Studio. Um, you also have landing pages. Okay. You have landing pages, meaning whatever .com you created for your sellers. Um, you have a landing page for it, right? This is just a simple landing page, sell fast. I didn't put any information in here. This is the demo, okay? This is the demo. So you will have that as well. Landing pages. Um, you saw the skip trace. Well, let's go to skip trace. Skip trace, you would enter it, upload your list that you got from wherever you got, your CSV file or Excel file, and then you would simply buy your credits. It's 10 cent per skip. It's 10 cent per skip. And if it doesn't skip, if it doesn't find the phone number, don't worry, it will not take that 10 cent. That 10 cent will still be in your account. It will put it back in your account. Let's just say you had 100 leads and it only found 50 of those leads. You would only pay for those 50. The other 50 will still be in your account. All right. So then we have one of the best features, driving for dollars. Okay, you have a driving for dollars feature. The driving for dollars feature finds your location and then it's there. It finds your location and then it's there. All right. And then you'll be able to just simply put a pin on it. See, it says capture pin over here to the right, and you'll be able to put a pin on it. And once you put a pin on it, it will look up that particular person. It'll skip trace that particular person for you. At least get their phone, their name and everything. If they live at a different address, it'll pull that up and you'll have that lead. You'll have that lead. That's a great feature. All right. Your lead miner. When you click on leads over here to the left, it's called lead miner. This page is called lead miner. This is where we're mining for leads. We have instructions on how to actually pull county lists. These are some of the best leads you can pull, county lists. All right. You can go to this website by clicking this button, or you can go down here to the bottom. I already have some states here on the bottom that a lot of wholesalers go to get deals. And you would click on sources and you would go through the whole process that these instructions are telling you to. Or you can go here to this particular website. It's called NetR Online, and there's a map. You click on the map, right, of whatever state you're trying to go to. You would click on a county, and then you would pull up those county records. Pull up those county records. All right. We also have free lead sources like PropWire. This will go straight to PropWire. You have a free lead source here on Zillow by opening up Zillow's for sale by owners. Zillow's for sale by owners. All right. It automatically pulls up the for sale by owners right there. Okay. Right here for sale by owners. It pulls the FISBOs up. You can change the state, the city and state if you want to, but it will pull up the FISBOs for you. Just change your city and state. And, we'll do a video on how to filter the for sale by owners, but that's a great free lead source as well. We're giving you everything to close deals. Everything. You got all kind of leads that you can get. All of them. All of them. There's no way that you can't find a deal. PropStream. PropStream is another lead source, but it only has a 7-day free trial. You can click on this, all right? And you can go to PropStream and you'll sign up for PropStream and like I said, it has a 7-day free trial. And you would sign up here, right? PropStream has a lot of leads, but it's a paid source. I think it's $99 a month. I do have a PropStream account myself. Um, so there's that. All right. I can show you quickly what PropStream looks like. Let me see here. Bam. This is what PropStream looks like. It has a lot of information about a lot of houses on PropStream here. Okay. You will have saved properties right here. It pulls lists for you. You can search a zip code. You can search a zip code. Oh, you would just simply click on the zip code. Search zip code, states, cities, whatever you type in there, it's going to pull it up. But you would need to filter this stuff in order to get the best leads, in order to get the best deals, the best leads. You don't want to be pulling 12,000 properties and you really need to filter it out. Some of these properties are probably owned by businesses. Some of these properties aren't 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. Some of these properties may be too old or they may be worth too much for a buyer. So you have to filter that stuff out. But that's another video. Let's continue going through what we have in TellIt2Us CRM. You have free contracts. Um, well, these are the contracts that I have sent out. All right, and I'm gonna blur that out. Definitely. These are this is where your contracts that you have sent out um for people who are supposed to be signing up for your contracts. Then you have blank contracts. I have a video tutorial already on the CRM that will walk you through these contracts here as well. I have another feature. Facebook, your Facebook integration. You can actually be able to post onto um, your Facebook page, Messenger, or it will share to a group. Or you can get an embed code that will share to whatever Facebook pages you have. Okay. All right. So let's see. And the last but not least is a Street View scanner. This uses Google Street View. All right. This uses Google Street View to pull up properties. I'm going to give you an example here. You put in a zip code, the max would be 200 that it would do at a time. You can put 50, 100, 10, it doesn't matter. And it gives you a score, a distress score, right? If you're looking for severely distressed, abandoned looking, it will give you a score. You would choose that particular score and then you click scan zip, right? But I'm going to just show you some that it pulled up already. So these are it also pulls land. So some of these will be land. Like this one right here, 391 Brownlee Road. It pulls land. It'll tell you severely overgrown vegetation and unmaintained lot. This is a game changer. I'm giving you everything that you need to get leads. Everything. This Street View scanner is looking for houses and land that is distressed. It's looking for houses and land. It also finds apartments too, as you can see. I see a lot of apartments. That's a rundown apartment. Maybe it's still up. I think people still live there, of course. But look at this land, these lots. So you that sell land, you can use this. You can use this Street View scanner. It'll pull the land for you. It'll pull all the land for you. And then all you need to do is add it to the CRM. Click add to CRM, right? Just click add to CRM. Once you add it to your CRM, it's in the lead list. And you will, of course, skip trace and find the owner and for owner's contact information and go from there. And go from there. All right. Next, we have help and support. There's an AI assistant here and frequently asked questions. Um, If, of course, the AI does not answer your question, you can always email us at support@tellit2us.com and we'll be able to answer your questions. All of our legal information is here as well. Terms of service, privacy policy, legal disclaimer, things of that nature. It's all there. Um, you have next the support inbox, right? So if you have a technical problem, you will just simply open up a ticket and send in the ticket, and we'll take care of you and make sure that it's taken care of. All right. This is a game changer. So tell it to us. Let's do it. Take action now.